training. So we're going to start, we usually start the class by pulling down the heavens, breathe in, breathe out. We're leaving our daily life. We're coming into our practice room and we're going to focus on ourselves for a half an hour. Breathe out, we'll do one more. Expand, everything's expanding, yang energy. We're doing Chinese Qigong. We breathe out, we compress, push down the Qi and energy. All right, so knees, what I do for the workshops is I usually go on and consult a bunch of other Qigong teachers and see what recommendations they have. Knee problems often are caused by, the structure of your lower body is set up, obviously, to bear your weight, but your hips and your ankles and the bones in your legs are fairly strong, but the kind of weakest point are your knees, and it's a very complex structure. And what has to happen is the bones, tendons, and ligaments around the knee have to be strong enough to support them so they function properly. So the first part of the lesson, we're going to do things that strengthen the muscles in your lower legs and try to get everything stronger, so that will keep your kneecap and the other structures there in proper alignment when you move. And then the second part that often causes problems is the fact that there's not enough energy and fluid flow in your knees. So there's two ways that we have movements for that. One movement is generally just moving the knee, and that causes the knee to be like a pump, and it pumps the fluids in and out of that area. And that alone, rather than just sitting, but actually moving your knees properly, just in the proper alignment, lifting them up and stretching them out, that actually helps your knees by allowing the stale fluids to leave and new fluids, keeping them soft. And the final part is we want energy and blood to go there. In Chinese medicine, energy and blood, qi, that's qi and blood, they go together. So you do movements either by doing massages, pressing meridian points, or just getting qi to go to your hands and then transferring it to your knees. So those are kind of the three things that can help your knees. So we're going to have movements for all of those. All right, so the only other thing we can do is, first, before we start, we'll just do a few quick warm-up exercises. This is called Shake the 9 Gates. What we're trying to do is open up the body and relax the body so energy can flow more freely through the body. So first you start by shaking your hands, trying to scatter any stale qi, and then you start bouncing up and down a bit. Your knees, you want to feel your muscles moving over your bones, your skin moving over your muscles, trying to break up adhesion in your fascia. Relax your shoulders. And then we turn slightly side to side. We're trying to get any stale stickiness out of our internal organs so energy can move freely through them. This is called Shake the 9 Gates. The 9 gates are your major joints: hip, knee, ankle, shoulder, elbow, and wrist, and upper, lower, and middle back. So there. Just go. This is just to get us started. And then throw the energy out. Just relax. Have tennis balls underneath your armpits so your arms are out. We're just going to breathe in. Just feel the energy in your hands, the rest of your body. Breathe out, relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then the second one we do, this is just one more to wake up our neck, get our neck going. So it's called Dragon Shakes its Whiskers. We're turning side to side. Our chin follows our shoulders. Our hands go. We're trying to break up some more adhesion in our internal organs, but we want our neck to follow our shoulders, so we're warming up our neck. And then you want to use your eyes. Your eyes look as far over the corner, look over your shoulder as far as you can, and focus on a spot. Let's do a few of these to get us started. Relax. All right, now we're just going to do one more, which is a stretching one. Going to hold a ball of energy, we'll turn it over, and then one hand goes up. Go back so you can see better. One hand goes up and the other hand presses down. And turn over the ball and then press up. We're stretching. It's called splitting heaven and the earth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. I'm going to do one more stretching one. I forgot in the email that I sent out to tell you, in this one, we're going to do some seated things. So if you have a chair, and we're going to do one exercise with a yoga block. If you happen to have a chair and yoga block, we're going to need it in a minute. So I'll do one more stretching exercise. If you have to run and get a chair, you can do it now while I just do one more stretching one. So we'll do gather the sun. Your hands come up. You're arching, you're looking up, you're trying to stretch across the front. Then your hands are coming in. Now you're stretching your back. And then you're coming down under your ribs. There's liver 19. You want to activate some of the chi in your internal organs. Your hands are coming down. They're going to go down the back of your leg. This is the first time we're just going to go to our knees. Our back's arched. Breathe in. Breathe out, then you're going to come back up. And then cross your hands, breathe in. There's gathering the sun. Breathe out, scrub. Breathe in, go down. So you can either stop at your knees if you have any kind of blood pressure or balance problems. Otherwise, you can relax and reach for the floor. Just relax your whole body. Breathe in. Bend your knees. Breathe out, they come up the inside of your leg, up almost to your shoulder, your armpits, and then you're going to breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Reach down. Just relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then come up there. It's called gathering the sun to press the earth. All right. Normally I don't use notes, but since I went and got a lot of movements this week, I just want to make sure I'm not missing any of them. So for any of the movements, if you have your chair, you can, if you feel like you're having problems with balance, you can hold the chair. The first one, we're just going to warm up our ankles a bit. So this is just, we're shaking your leg, shaking your ankle really loose, just trying to get, once again, you try to keep your joints open. In Tai Chi and Qigong, you want to be relaxed. That's how any part of your body that's not relaxed, that's the Qi stops there. We'll do the other side, shake, shake, there you go. Just loose, we'll just shoot. This is just loosely shaking our foot to warm up our ankle. Okay, so the first one is called, this is also, we're starting at the bottom and we're going to be working up. So it's called, is it 5-star? Yeah, star feet. So you're moving your foot in 5 directions. So you want the knee, you're going to be lifting one leg, and then the other knee should be slightly bent so you're engaging the muscles. But what you're going to do is you're going to go forward, bring your foot back. You're going to go in 5 directions, 3, then 45 back, and then straight back. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And now you're moving your leg back, so you're just not lifting your knee. You're trying to actually move your leg back. We'll do a set of 5s. 1, 2, 45, out, 45 back, and then straight back. That's 3, 1, 2, 3. This is good for your balance because you're shifting your weight different directions, but you've got to maintain your balance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is actually strengthening your other leg. So this is working on your balance a bit, but by doing that, if your leg is not locked, if it's slightly bent, you can feel in your calf and your ankle, it's building up the strength there. We're working up the leg toward our knees. So on the other side, so 45, 90, back 45, back. Sorry, a little awkward in the back when I don't want to hit the wall. 1, 2, 45, 90, 45, back. 1, this is the third one. We're going to do 5, out to the side, back, back. 4, 2, 3, 1. There's number 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I'm doing is I'm showing you a lot of different movements. So what you can do is if you feel the effect of one, that means you could use a little work on it. So afterwards, you can either watch the whole lesson again or just do that during the week. You can decide that was your movement of the week and do that during the week. Okay, star feet, 3. Okay, so we're going to want to build up the quads here. We're going to do shallow squats. So we're going to squat, but we're not going really low. You want to come down. You put your hands on your knees. A couple of different ways to do it. You put your hands on your knees, your feet are together, and then you lean forward, and then you squat, forward, squat, forward, squat. So we're trying to build up those muscles. As they get built up, depending on your strength, you can go lower, but don't go. You shouldn't feel uncomfortable, and you shouldn't feel any pain in your knees. We're holding our knees, going down. 10. I think that was about 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the other way we can work on our squats, this is to build up our quads in the front here, is you can use a chair or the wall. So you go here and you just go down. Once again, you're trying to build up. So at the beginning, you don't have to go low, but as you get stronger, you want to get lower, but not today. So today you're just going to go down. When you feel that's the level, then you go there. So we'll do 3, 4, 5. So what we're going to do this time is we're going to go down to what our level is. We're going to hold it for 5 seconds. 2, 3. Now we're going to go up. Once again, so you don't want to be leaning forward. You can use the chair. You want to keep your weight kind of over your heels. 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to squat at our point. So as the weeks go on, when you do any of these exercises, you should only do them 2 or 3 days of the week. You want to stagger so you give your body a chance to heal. So the other part is there's a lot of movements for your knees that actually strengthen the muscle, these muscles in the front. because when we're walking, the muscles in the back maintain their strength because we're always pushing off. But these muscles in the front, if they're not strong enough, what happens is they're used to stop us. So when you're trying to go forward, if this is weak, you're going to kind of fall, be afraid of falling. So you want to maintain this as the tibia, the muscle here. So we're moving. We're going to first do one where you're going to just lean forward. Oh, sorry. Can't see my feet, I guess. So here, you're going to pull your feet back, your toes backwards. Just going to go down. So pull them up as far as you can. 2, 3, 4, 5. Give it a rest for a second. 2 seconds, then 1. We'll do another 5. 2, 3. Really hold up. 4, 5. Do, of course, both sides. So we're here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stretch, pull them as far back as you can. 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so an interesting one. A lot of people use this on a lot of different sites, not only Qigong sites, which is how do you build those muscles? You do it by walking backwards. So what you do is, this actually, a lot of people recommend this movement for, so what you're doing is, when you're walking backwards, you're not doing this. See, your feet are flat. What you're trying to do is you're trying to build up these muscles, so when you step backwards, you're stepping back so your toes are up, and then you're pushing with this. So you're stepping backwards, so your toes come up, and you're just walking backwards. So this is how you start. You just walk backwards. You can do it, twice a week for 5 or 10 minutes. That's how you start. But then once you feel like you can do it, well, then what you want to do is you want to start adding resistance. And they had a lot of ways. One way, you can now start walking up hills. But watch where you're going. Another way, which I don't recommend, is you walk upstairs backwards like this, but that seems like it could cause problems, so I don't recommend that. And another, one of the people learned it from his Finnish logger friends. What you want to do, you can actually go to some clubs, they have you have sleds that you pull, and normally I guess you push them, but this way you actually go backwards, so you have to pull like the sled. And then as you become strong, your legs become stronger, you put weight on the sled. But the best way that I sounded like you could do it is, once you can do this, you're walking backwards, then you do it in the swimming pool. So you're pushing against the weight of the water. There's resistance as you do it. So that builds up those muscles, and that really gives you a lot more stability when you're walking forward, and it strengthens the muscles, holds the knees in place. So we have one other standing one. You might need a chair for this one, but it's what you're going to do is you're going to go up. This is to work the calf muscles. So you're going to go up on your toes. You want to go up, so you don't want to lean forward and fall over. So you're going to go up and down. So you're engaging the calves. Okay, so at the beginning, you can just go up and come down. But what you want to get to is to build them up faster is when you go down, your heels, you're going up, your heels are off the ground. There, your heels are off the ground, but when you come back, they don't go all the way back, so they stay off the ground. So you're basically doing this like bouncing, your feet, heels off the ground. We'll do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10. All right, so that we're going to move on to some seated exercises, but the only other ones are, remember we said the other thing you want to do is to get energy and fluids to go to that area. So one of the standing massage ones is you put your foot out and you pull back your toes, and then your hands just rub both sides. There's a lot of points here, but if you know where the points are, if you just do general rubbing, you hit a lot of them. There's like about 12 points around there. So you just hit, and then just generally rub. Go to the other side, so your hands come down, they're rubbing both sides. This is generating heat too, which heats up the fluids. And the heat also indicates that qi and blood are going there. We do these seated too, but they just wanted to show you if you were just trying to do all standing exercises. So the other one is it's somewhat the same. What you're doing is you're clapping with kind of cupped hands. What you're going to do is your feet, you're kind of going up and down. So this is strengthening the muscles, but with your hands, so you're going up and down, but now your hands are clapping. This is stimulating the nerves, getting fluids, driving fluids out, letting new energy come in. Then go front to back, sides, the back the other way. Center. You have to do both sides, of course, so cupped hands. You're giving a slight bounce, so you're also building up the muscles there when you're doing it. Shake your legs out again. Stand there for a minute, just feeling your body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Oh, there was one more that was also important for building up the different muscles in your legs, which are, you can use a chair. In this one, you're lifting your leg up as far as you can. Your back stays straight, so you're here, you're lifting it up. You're going to hold it for 5 seconds. Pull it in as much as you can. You might get cramps with this one. 2, 4. Lower, 2 seconds. Pull it up. 5. Lower it down. Pick it up. 2, 3, 5. Lower it down. Pull it up. 1, 2, 3. Lower it down, and then pull it up. And then you can go to the other side. So once again, pulling it up, your knees go straight down. You're pulling your foot up as high toward your butt as you can. lower. Just relax for a second. One. Want to pull up, so as I said, you might get cramps from this one. Lower it down. Lower it. One more time, lower it, come up. So as you build up some strength in that, what you can do is you can actually put on a light weight on your foot. I forgot to bring my weights down because I was going to show you. And then you lift it and hold it up, and that is building up like the muscles, the upper muscles in your legs. All right. So I don't have a cameraman, so it's hard to have different focuses, but you don't have to see my feet, you just have to see my knees. Okay. All right. How's that? All right. Trying to get it so you can see my knees a little bit better. All right. Next year we're going to hire a camera person. All right, so at least you can see a bit of my face. Okay, so for the seated ones, if you happen to have, this is actually one that I like a lot. This is also, before we get into the massaging your knees, which we're going to have to get in a minute, I'll just show you two seated ones. One is actually, you want to build up the muscles on the inside of your legs, and so you don't want to be doing this when you're getting up. So the way you practice not doing that, if you have a yoga block, you put it between your knees, and then you just practice standing up, sitting down, standing up. That actually, when you stand up, you feel that this is getting squeezed, so you're building the muscles on the inside of your legs. You want to be able to get up and down without having to do this kind of thing. So I really like that one. So the other seated one is you're holding your leg up. Okay, and you're holding and you're pulling back. So you're here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put it down. Come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can do this while you're watching TV. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 5. So what you can do is when you start, you can do different legs, maybe 5 at a time. So 5 sets, maybe you can do 3 sets of 5. So 1, 2, 4, 5. So 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So this is really filled up in here. One more. 1, 2, 3. So the person that showed me that, how many times should you do it? He suggested that you do it twice a week, but he suggested you keep doing it to exhaustion, which means you get to the point where you can't lift your leg up anymore, and then you're done for the day. That might be a little extreme. The other thing you can do once let's say you do 2 or 3 sets of 5 each, so you hold it up for 5 seconds. If after a while, like at the beginning, you might feel a lot, but after a while, if you're not really feeling it a lot, you can also put like a 1 pound weight on your legs. So when you lift up, you have to hold up the weight to build up your legs faster. So all those movements that we've done up to now are basically trying to build up, strengthen the muscles and the tendons around your knees to hold the knees in place, give it support when you're trying to move so you can move more confidently. The other way is trying to stimulate mostly by massages. So there's a lot of different massages, but they're kind of like two types. One type is there's meridians all around. So you try to find the specific meridians. So for instance, you take 3 fingers and then you put your thumb three fingers above your knee and put the other one there, and then you move them to the side. So there's 2 meridians there. And then this is the little indentation here on your knee. That's called the eye of the knee. So what you can do is just circular movement. So these ones, you're trying to stimulate specific meridians, and that's bringing chi. It's trying to drive out stale nutrients, stale fluids, and bring chi and blood to that area to refresh it. You can do circular movements. There's also ones they're here underneath, so you can also, well, I guess the easiest one is you can, if you move around generally in massage, you can use 2 fingers. So what you do, and you hit, as you move, you hit most of the meridians. So you start it like in the eye of your knee, 2 fingers, you massage both sides, making circles. And then in this one, you kind of you can almost close your eyes and breathe, but what you're trying to do is just kind of feel as you go around your patella, you're trying to kind of feel the structure of your knee, the tendons, massaging around to the sides, then come up behind. So now you're doing on the top. Then you start moving back with the front and kind of feel where the different bones meet, where the tendons are going over. When you get to the side, now what you're going to do is you're going to go down the sides and onto the back. So now you're massaging the back of your knee up. And also you want to go down there below. There's some meridians below there. Come back above the crease in your knee, back to the sides, and come up and go back to the front. All right, so we'll do that on the other side too. So we're going to start by going 3 fingers above, putting your thumb there. So this one, if you're just massaging your knee, you would miss this one. And then the other fingers are going in the eyes. So you're here, you're massaging those points, making small circles. Just relaxing your knee, but your hands are massaging. Now you're going to take the 2 points, you're going to start at the eye. Up. Like I said, And kind of close your eyes, and as you're moving up, you try to feel the structures in your knee. Get to the top, go back down, and then you get here, you go to the sides. Go down, back. There, don't forget both sides of the crease, massage, circular motions on each side. Come back, and go back around the front. Okay, so this one, as you massage, you hit the different points. The other way, two of the other ways you do it is one way. You put your leg out, move back here, and once again, you're doing just rubbing all around it. You want your legs straight. Come back to the other one. This is just generally trying to stimulate that area. Okay, so now you're going to do the cupping. You cup your hands. This is once again stimulate. So you're hitting the sides. Go around, hit the front and the back. Okay, and then you just rub. You have to do the other side too. This is general stimulation of the area, both to hit those meridian points, but also to drive out stale fluids, to stimulate energy activity there, circulation. Rub. Okay, and then the last thing is when you rub your hands together, they get warm, and then you're just going to put them on your knees. And you're just going to let the heat absorb into your knees, and you visualize, you breathe in. And then as you visualize energy flowing out to your hands and going into your knees, breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Visualize energy going over. Okay. One last rub of your knees. We'll just stand up to bow out. Gonna have to crouch down, I guess, for you to see me. It's close enough. Okay, so first we'll just stand. Have your arms out. Relax your whole body. Just sense your body. Hopefully you're feeling some difference in your knees with all the stimulation. So breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then we're going to pull down the heavens again to leave. So expand. Now we're leaving the practice room, going back to our lives. Hopefully we've done something good for ourselves. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then clap for ourselves because we did something good. All right. We're going to have a quick question and answer period. If you want to stay, if this is your first time, the control room calling. If this is your first time, what we do is we put